The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions. It's telling me I'm live. Of the past, present, and or future. I'm glad my computer will send me a notification that I'm live because I wouldn't know that I had pressed all those buttons and I'm talking to you. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. My name is Ron Shuckett. Welcome to the program for this 15th day of January 2025. Well, we put away the banners and the bunting, and it's about 5,000 people at the Polo Grounds for this one today between the Pirates and the Giants. And we get down to the hardcore business of an actual replay. Opening day is done. There are 153 games to go in the season, and it's just a Wednesday afternoon in Manhattan. And so this one should be a decent one. The Giants, 2 years removed now from their surprise world championship in 1954, and the Pirates assembling a halfway decent team that will contend, but not in 1956. And so we stay in New York for this one, and tomorrow at noon Eastern, we go to Chicago for one between, I believe it's the Reds and the Cubs from Wrigley Field. How you doing, Highlight? Let's go Buccos. So there you go. It is the Pirates and the Giants for you on a chilly afternoon, both here in Burlington, Vermont, and in Manhattan. So if you're quite ready, let's do this. 1956 is well underway. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1956. Today, from the Polo Grounds in Manhattan, New York, it is the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Pirates. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Actually, it's a nice day in New York, 65 degrees, winds blowing out to left center at 7. Ruben Gomez gets the call for the Giants. Ruben started 31 games. El Divino Loco is 29 years old. He throws a fastball at 85 and a standard pitcher. The Giants did not have a great year in 56, and Gomez's record kind of shows that. 7-17 with a 4.58 ERA. He did finish 4 games and had 2 shutouts. In 196 and a third innings, he allowed 191 hits, 108 runs, 100 of them earned, 19 homers. He walked 77 and struck out 76. And this will be the lineup he'll face. Roberto Clemente, the baby, is in right field. He'll lead it off. Dick Grote at short will bat second. Dale Long at first will go third, 27 home runs. Frank Thomas, and yes, that is the correct Frank Thomas, is in left. He'll clean up. Danny Kravitz is behind the plate. No relation to Lenny that I know of. He'll bat fifth. Gene Freese is at third. He'll bat sixth. Bobby Del Greco is in center. He'll go seventh. Johnny O'Brien at second, batting eighth. And Dick Littlefield gets the call for the Pirates on the mound. He'll bat ninth. Gomez can get you 110 pitches. How you doing, Bernie? Who's streaming some stuff again. And Big Dave, how are you? Here's how the Giants line up defensively. Dusty Rhodes, a 5 and a 5 in left. Willie Mays, a 10 and a 10 in center. Don Mueller is a 5 and a 6 in right. And the Pirates are winning the poll. Foss Castleman is a 7 at third. Alvin Dark is a 6 and a 4 at short. Darrell Spencer, a 5 and a 7 at second. Gale Harris, a household name in his own house, is a 6 at first. The battery, Wes Westrom, is a 5 and a 4 behind the plate, and Gomez is an 8 on the mound with a .983 fielding percentage. Pirates won their opening day game here in New York. So they're 1-0, and the Giants, of course, are 0-1. Clemente, 1 for 4 in the opener with a run scored. Overall, 311, 7 homers, and 60 RBI. Gomez starts us off. There's a ground ball to first. Harris will grab it, take it to the bag for the out. again, I think this is from the movie 42. Because, and I'll tell you why in a moment, Dick Grote at 250, 1 for 4 with an RBI, a single grounded into a double play in the opener. Didn't homer in real life. 273 and 37 RBI. Gomez winds and fires, and there's a ground ball to Spencer. He'll throw it to Harris, and there's 2 out. So 2 quick out for Gomez here in the first. For Dale Long, who hit a solo homer on opening day, 1 for 3, walked once, and struck out twice. In real life, he hit 263, 27 homers, and 91 RBI. Was that the year that he hit the grand slams in consecutive games? Or homered in consecutive games? So that is a ground ball to Harris. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Pirates go in order in the top of the first, no score. So Dick Littlefield gets the call for Pittsburgh. He's 30 years old. The lefty only started twice. Had no record, an earned run average of .426, 12 2/3, 14 hits, 8 runs, 6 earned. He allowed 2 homers. He walked 6 and struck out 10. He's 30, throws a fastball at 90, and is a fly ball pitcher. Giants line up like this. Tom Mueller and right will lead off. Alvin Dark at short will bat second. I'm just taking the pill. Willie Mays in center will go third. Dusty Rhodes, he's a wrestler too, wasn't he? And left field will clean up. Darrell Spencer at second will bat fifth. Foss Castleman at third will go sixth. Gale Harris at first batting seventh. Wes Westrom behind the plate will go eighth. 2 managers in his lineup, Westrom and Dark. Ruben Gomez on the mound batting ninth, and Littlefield, this is a bullpen game all the way for the Pirates. He only has about 80 pitches in his arsenal. Defensively for the Pirates, Frank Thomas a 4 and a 3 and left. Bobby Del Greco a 7 and a 5 in center. Roberto Clemente, even at 22 years old, had that magical 10 arm and an 8 range out there in right field. Gene Freese is a 5 at third, or Fressy, but I think it's Freese. Dick Grote is a 7 and an 8 at short. Johnny O'Brien a 4 and a 5 at second, and will spin your favorite hits on KBBB 1150 on your AM dial between 10 and 2. Dale Long is a 6 at first. Danny Kravitz a 4 and a 3 behind the plate, and Littlefield is a 2 on the mound and not commit an error. Muller, the lefty, 1 for 5 in the opener. He grounded into a double play and scored. In real life, 269, 5 homers, and 41 RBI. And that is a bounder foul, and somebody from Secaucus got that ball. I think it's from the movie 42. There are ads along the walls out there at the Polo Grounds that I don't think were there in the 50s with the Giants. Those ads, you can see the Coke one there, Bardall beneath the Pittsburgh lineup, were put in place for when the Mets got there in 62. But the ad out on the scoreboard, always by Chesterfield, was a Rheingold ad for the Mets. So I think it's from a movie. It's hard to get good picture images of ballparks from this era. Pitch to Muller. That's into left center. Del Greco has a long way to move, and he'll make the catch for the out. Alvin Dark 0 for 5 in the opener. 252 overall. 2 homers and 17 RBI. Did this preempt I Love Lucy? It's a day game, Jamie. It didn't preempt I Love Lucy. But Ricky and Fred might be there. You don't need a poll to know who I'm rooting for. Someone voted for the Giants there, Scotty. And I take it wasn't you. Pitch to Dark. There's a ground ball. Grote has it by the bag at second, over to Long for the out. What year did Dale Long have that home run streak? Willie Mays, speaking of home runs, 1 for 3 in the Giants' opening day loss. A solo homer. He scored twice, walked once, and struck out once. Overall, Mays hit .296, 36 homers, and 84 RBI. Littlefield deals, and Mays into left center. Del Greco is there. He'll make the catch. In fact, a sliding catch for the out, and there's 2 away. No, that was the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the second. Pirates nothing, Giants nothing. So Thomas, Kravitz, and Freese to face Gomez here in the second. Frank 2 for 4 with a solo home run opening day. Hit .282, 25 homers, and 80 RBI. Highlight every day says Dale Longstreet was in 1956. It's a series of 8 consecutive games where he hit home runs from the Pirates. It took place from May 19th to May 28th. That's a pretty good accomplishment. Thomas into center. Mays waits for it and will make the catch. It is, by the way, if you're not familiar with the Polo Grounds, 480 to dead center. And that's not like Tiger Stadium where they kind of bluffed it and said it was 440. It really is 480 feet. Danny Kravitz 0 for 2 with a K in the opener. Hit .265, 2 homers and 10 RBI in limited duty. Gomez deals, and Kravitz draws the walk. The crowd on this field was so extreme. You could stand on the mound like Gomez and turn around and just see the top of Willie Mays' head and shoulders. It really sloped towards those clubhouses. Gene Freese 1 for 3. He homered in the opener and drove in 2. Overall 208, 3 homers and 14 RBI. How you doing, Triple G? Walked him. So first and second now. Pirates threatening here in the top of the second for Bobby Del Greco. Bobby walked twice, went 0 for 2, and grounded into a double play. Bobby wasn't up very long. He only had 20 at-bats on the year, but 2 of those were home runs. He had 4 hits and homered twice. There's a ground ball to third. Castleman has it. Spencer for 1, and Del Greco is going to reach as there is no throw to first. So 2 out. Runners in the corners, Kravitz and Del Greco. And here's Johnny O'Brien. O'Brien 0 for 3 in the opener with a walk. Hit .173 with 3 RBI on the real year. That is popped up dark left side into foul territory. Lots of room to run here. And Alvin will make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Pirates end up leaving on 2. And after an inning and a half, no score. So it'll be Rhodes, Spencer, and Castleman to face Littlefield here in the second. Dusty hit .217 in real life, 8 homers and 33 RBI. He went 0 for 4 in the opener. Got him. A 1-2 fastball swung on and missed. That'll bring up Darryl Spencer, who had himself a day yesterday. 3 for 4, 3 singles and 2 RBI. Spencer not going to win a Silver Slugger at second. Hit .221, 14 homers, and 42 RBI. That is in the left field for a base hit. So Frank Thomas throws it back in. And that's the first hit for either team. As you hear the fire trucks going on behind me, Foss Castleman did not play yesterday. Hit .226 on the real year, hit 14 home runs, and drove in 45. Got him. That's 2 for Littlefield. Kravitz held onto it. A 1-2 fastball just popped in the glove off the bat. 2 out for Gale Harris, who went 1 for 3. He singled and grounded into a double play. Harris, in extremely limited duty, 132. With a solo homer. That is into left. Thomas going back will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Giants get a hit, leave on a runner. After 2, no score. So Littlefield, Clemente, and Grote to face Gomez here in the second. It's only 260 down the lines here. That's why you have a wall that is a wall. Nothing little about it here at the Polo Grounds. And the second deck overhangs the first. Pitch to Littlefield. Struck him out. That's the first for Gomez. A 1-2 fastball got him looking. So opening 9 for Ruben. 38 pitches. 2 1/3 innings. 2 walks and a strikeout. Clemente 0 for 1. And this ballpark courtesy of Mark Shaw. You can get all of Mark's parks at actionpccommunity.com. I got new alarms, so I'm good. That wasn't us. They actually, Jamie, were painting around the fixtures this morning. They got some crew to come in. At least it's indoor work. Go spend 20 minutes in everyone's apartment. They were actually here 3 times. They started yesterday and finished this morning. Pitch to Clemente. There's a high fly ball to right. Mueller will make the catch, 2 out. Bullpens, this is such a big stadium. The bullpens are out there in the outfield. They're not down the lines. Just because no one was ever going to hit one that far. Dick Grote, 0 for 1. The clubhouses are out past Willie Mays in center field. There's a ground ball to Spencer, who throws it to first, and that will do it. So Gomez through the inning. And we go to the bottom of the third here at the Polo Grounds after 2.5, no score. So Westrom, Gomez, and Mueller to face Littlefield here in the third. Wes was signing baseball cards up until a few years ago. Topps had him under contract. He's 0 for 4 on the replay. 2 strikeouts, grounded into a double play on opening day. Catchers aren't supposed to hit. 220 on the real year, 3 homers and 8 RBI. Got him. That's 3 for Littlefield, who struck out 10 in 12 2/3 in real life. Gomez hit 183 for the Giants in 56 with an RBI. That is a ground ball to third. Freeze will grab it. Long throw across to Long. Gomez is chugging, and he is out on a bang-banger. So 2 out for Don Mueller, who's 0 for 1. Littlefield opening 9. Again, this will be a bullpen game for the Pirates. 44 pitches, 2 2/3, a hit, and 3 strikeouts. And there is a little chopper down to first. Long has to wait for it. Runs to the bag, and that'll take care of business. No runs, no hits, no errors. Fast one so far. Through 3, no score. How you doing, Oriole Patrick? Hope you're well. Johnny O'Brien, Scotty says, is a Seattle area living legend and is still with us at the age of 94. That's awesome. It'll be Long, Thomas, and Kravitz to face Gomez here in the fourth. Dale 0 for 1. Hopefully your holidays went well, Mr. Patrick. Long. There's a ground ball to Spencer. Over to Harris for the out. So these two teams are middle of the road in 56. Neither one will threaten. Frank Thomas 0 for 1. But because there are 3 teams out of the 8 that will make a fight of this, those 66 games the Pirates and Giants will play are big games. Pitch to Thomas. There is a line drive to left. Back goes Rhodes, and that ball is gone. That was a pick and a poke. Goodness gracious. So 1-0 Pirates. That was not down the line. And for Thomas, that's his second home run of the year. That was in the alley. And that will find a few seats to go rattle off. Oh, you got Replay Baseball for Christmas. What season did you get? So Pirates draw first blood, 1-0 here. Here's Danny Kravitz. Danny walked his first time up. There is a ground ball to Dark. Alvin over to Harris for the out. So as we said, two managers playing today for the Giants. Dark at short and Westrom behind the plate. I don't think any of these people on the Pirates were major league managers. Gene Freese walked his first time up. Two out. Gomez got him. However, the home run from Thomas, the first hit for the Pirates, and after 3.5, it's Pittsburgh 1, the Giants nothing. Oh, good. Glad you're playing the 76 Phillies season. Glad you love it. So, because we are asked about the standings, even on the second day of the season, here's how it looks. The Pirates tied for first with Brooklyn, St. Louis, and Milwaukee. And D. Scott Howard's Giants are 0 for 1. In the American League, the Red Sox, the Indians, Kansas City, and Washington all won their opening day games. We can tell you that the Pirates beat the Giants 5-4 yesterday. Two games we did. Brooklyn on a walk-off win over Philly 3-2. And Washington hung on to beat the Yankees 5-3. And these are the stats so far. Make of that what you will. Alvin Dark's 0 for 1. Struck him out. That's 4 for Littlefield. 2-2 fastball chased. So here's Willie Mays. Yesterday, we featured, or Monday when we were with you, featured Duke Snyder down the road in Brooklyn and Mickey Mantle down the Metroliner line down in D.C. And so here's Willie Mays. Got him. 5 for Littlefield. And 0-2 fastball, and Willie didn't chase. So here's Dusty Rhodes. He struck out his first time up. Orioles off to a good start. It's one day. Baltimore, it's their third season in Baltimore from St. Louis. And I boo-booed with the Athletics. It's their second year. They moved for 55 to Kansas City. So 3 franchises moving in 3 years. The Braves to Milwaukee from Boston in 53 being the other. Pitch to Rhodes. There is a chopper foul. First base side. And that fan from Secaucus gets another gift. So the count to Rhodes 0 for 2. 14-6 in Oriole Patrick's replay. 76. Oh, for the Phillies. Johnny O'Brien and Eddie O'Brien, shortstop, were the first twin brothers to play together in a major league game. I'm assuming that was with Pittsburgh. Rhodes, left field, Thomas makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Giants go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Oh, that's my replay game. Oh, yeah, 14-6. After 4, Pirates 1, Giants nothing. Well, it happens. The Red Sox have a good offense, but was the case for most of the Red Sox history, their pitching was at the Cape. Bobby Del Greco is 0 for 1. It'll be Del Greco, O'Brien, and Littlefield here in the 5th to face Gomez. Both were Pirates. That's cool. That is a chopper down to Harris at first. And it will take it to the bag, and there is 1 out. For Johnny O'Brien, Johnny hopefully had a better career than hitting 173. 0 for 1 today. Gomez winds and fires, and he dropped it down for a bunt. The count is 0-2. Yep. Most of the logos of the day are real basic. That Giants one is pretty clever, too. Don't tell Scotty I like it. But the Pirates one is a real piece of art. I believe... I forgot to put the Giants uniform in. I believe that the Pirates were wearing the vest with a black shirt underneath. Pitch to O'Brien. That's a ground ball to Dark. Alvin has it. Throws to Harris for the out. So 2 out for Littlefield. Dick should stay in the ball game. Struck out his first time up. Got him. So halfway home on a chilly day here in Burlington. Another pitcher's duel. How about that? Pirates 1, Giants nothing. Well, if you joined us late, here's how we got here. It's been a pitcher's duel between Dick Littlefield and Ruben Gomez. Pirates, a solo homer from Frank Thomas is their only hit, and the Giants have 1 hit. So pitching rules today. Littlefield has fanned 5 in his first of his 2 starts on the year. Gomez, the home run, the lone hit, he has walked 2 and struck out 3. 28 degrees where you are in Southwest Virginia. Okay. It'll be Spencer, Castleman, and Harris to face Littlefield here in the 5th. Darrell has the hit. That's it. And that's in the right. Back goes Clemente, and Roberto makes the catch. So you can kind of see there by the Cocat right is where the bullpens were. And the Giants were one of those teams that grew tomato plants out there. They weren't going to be disturbed. Castleman struck out his first time up. In the center, Del Greco doesn't even really have to move. 2 out for Gale Harris, who's 0 for 1. Our friend World Worst Gamer, by the way, does have a Twitch channel. And this morning, he was playing a game between the Giants and the Dodgers. And you're going to ask me, I think it's 62. And Juan Marichal took a no-hitter into the 9th. I believe Mr. DeMarco was playing as the Dodgers. And Maury Wills is going to have to watch himself the next time he goes to San Francisco, because Wills broke up the no-hitter in the 9th with a bunt single. But good for Sean for doing that and putting that out there, and he seemed to be enjoying himself. So, World's Worst Gamer on Twitch. Pitch to Harris. Struck him out. That's 6 for Littlefield, and we're through 5. So, Littlefield got a 2-2 fastball by him, and that'll do. After 5, Pirates 1, Giants nothing. How you doing, Andrew? So, top of the lineup to face Gomez here in the 6th. 18 batters deep. Ruben has thrown 74 pitches, 5 innings. Again, the lone hit, the homer from Frank Thomas. He walked 2 and struck out 3. Clemente is 0 for 2. And that is a ground ball past Spencer into right field, and Roberto takes a wide turn before going back. Dick Grote is 0 for 2. So just the second hit of the afternoon for the Pirates. Parks do look great. Someone, Mike Mitchum, I believe, sent me some Parks. Some of them are quite modern, so I'm not going to use them. But he sent me this morning a fantastic sharpened picture of Forbes Field, which we will use. Again, I'm pretty sure this is from the movie 42. It is so hard to find quality pictures from this point of view. Our friend Swedish Jeff yesterday on Facebook pitched to Grote, was 0 for 2. There's a ground ball past Spencer into right. And so it'll be first and second, nobody out for Dale Long, who was 0 for 2. Posted a picture of the baseball field at Alcatraz. And it's a tremendous shot. It's just shot from too low a perspective. I have it. It would be a blast to do a game, but I'm not sure I could get everyone in there. So Gomez already down 1-0, nobody out, top of the 6th. Now in a bit of trouble. And Orel Patrick 76 replay. Dave Parker has a 5 range, which is the best, and a 5 arm, which is also the best, but makes an error on roll 35 of 36 rolls. See, with outfielders, you don't get that many chances. Mays played every day. In 152 games, Willie only had 415 putouts and 14 assists. Made 9 errors, but he only had 429 chances. Pitch to long. Fly ball to right. Miller will make the catch. Clemente goes back to tag and will hold. So 1 out for Frank Thomas, who has homered in consecutive games for the Pirates. Already has 2 and has driven in 2. 1 for 2 today. Thomas, shallow left center. Rhodes running in, makes the catch for the out. Danny Kravitz walked and is 0 for 1. So Gomez, looking like a bullpen game for him too, at 92 pitches with 2 out here in the 6th. That is a ground ball to Dark. Alvin might get 2 here. No, only play is to first. Harris has it, and Kravitz is retired. And that'll do. So the Pirates will go to the pen in the bottom of the 6th. Nelly King coming in to pitch. Pirates 1, Giants nothing. So the Pirates had a couple hits in the top of the 6th. Nelly King shown in a batting helmet, which is interesting since he's a pitcher. 4-1 with a 3.15 ERA for Pittsburgh in 56, 38 games, 5 saves that didn't exist, 60 innings, 54 hits, 24 runs, 21 earned. He allowed 8 homers. He walked 19 and struck out 25. Nelly is 28 years old, short for Nelson, I'm sure. A standard pitcher, and a fastball that tops out at 85. Westrom, Gomez, and Mueller to face King here in the bottom of the 6th. So Littlefield, 5 innings, a 1-hit ball. Westrom struck out his first time up. That is what a stab by Grote to make the play. He waited for it, throws the long, 1 out. For Gomez, who's 0 for 1. Parker is a .956 fielding percentage in 76, 12 assists and 14 errors. That's about right then. That is in the left field and will drop in front of Thomas. And Gomez, a wide turnaround first. So only the second hit for the Giants. Here's Miller. Don is 0 for 2. That is into right center. Back goes Del Greco, and he will make the catch. Gomez retreats back to first, shakes the hand of Mueller. 2 out for Alvin Dark, who is 0 for 2 with a K. So 1-0 Pirates, 2 out, bottom of the 6th. With you tomorrow at noon time. I believe it's the Reds and the Cubs. We got a nice picture of Wrigley, too. Couldn't find one that was era appropriate, but I think I found one without lights. There is a line drive to Grote, and he'll make the play. So no runs. The Giants have left on 2 on the hit. After 6, Pittsburgh 1, New York nothing. So Freeze, Del Greco, and O'Brien to face Gomez here in the 7th. Gene has walked and struck out. That is to second. Spencer over to first, 1 out. For Bobby Del Greco, who is 0 for 2. Scotty says in 1952, Johnny and Eddie played basketball for Seattle U when the Chieftains beat the Harlem Globetrotters 84-81 in a major upset. Johnny had 43 points. Both players were drafted by the NBA, but opted for baseball. We had someone in the doubleheader yesterday, Scotty, or Monday, and I'm going to forget who it was, who played in both the NBA and Major League Baseball. 24 in southwest Minnesota, but it was -6 yesterday morning. Pitch to Del Greco. That's into left center. Mays will track it down and make the catch. 2 out for Johnny O, who's 0 for 2. That is a cool story. I suppose twins on a basketball team would be a pretty good asset to have. You do kind of have that sixth sense of where the other person is. Ground ball to third. Castleman has it. Great play over to Harris for the out. So Johnny O is retired. Stretch time. 1-0. Pirates. It'll be Willie Mays, Dusty Rose, and Darrell Spencer here in the bottom of the 7th for the Giants, who've now drawn even with the Pirates in the poll, despite the fact that Pittsburgh's leading 1-0. Spencer was one of the first Americans to play in Japan with great success. Are you doing any of those Japanese seasons? I know for Action PC, I know you've done some PCL stuff. A visitor to Minnesota in January would be a rude awakening. At 6 below zero. We're supposed to have wind chills on next Tuesday of 14 below. And Montreal, a wind chill of 30 below. I think the rude awakening would be to go into someone's house and be offered some hams and some tuna noodle casserole with cheese. Pitch to Willie. That is a fly ball left field. Back goes Thomas, and that ball is gone. So Willie Mays has tied this game up with the second home run of the year. Again, ignore the distances. That kind of hooked down by the pole. And Willie just crushed that one. Say, hey, how you doing? All Thomas could do is turn and watch it go and not take the cold beer shower by the fence. Andrew did 47 and working on 62 for both of the leagues or just one. Corey says also was a Midwesterner that visited Minnesota last summer, all except slander against tuna noodle casserole. But Hams is a fantastic cheap beer. Nothing wrong with casseroles. I have a brother-in-law who makes a tremendous green bean casserole, by the way.
Now disconnected from Ron.
I'm not sure what I said. My speaker has left me. And he's from Minneapolis. Pitch to Rhodes. There's a fly ball to right. Clemente going back-to-back home runs. The Giants lead it. Dusty Rhodes off the top rope puts it in the bleachers in right center, and it's a 2-1 ball game. So Rhodes takes his 64-degree wedge and lobs one over that wall along the line and right. And the Giants go up 2-1. Scotty hitting out one pole for the Pirates. Here's Darrell Spencer, 1 for 2 with a single. Hams used to be the beer out in the Midwest. If you look at places on YouTube, you can Watch all the ads from the land of sky blue waters. Hams is so refreshing. Hams is so refreshing. Dick Groh played the NBA too. Who was it yesterday or Monday that did both? I don't think we had Gene Connolly. He did the double. That's how you got your money in the seasons just didn't overlap. It's a lot like college basketball now. Pitch to Spencer. There's a ground ball to Grote behind the bag at second, over to Long for the out. So here's Castleman. Foss is 0 for 2 with a K. 47, just one league, of course, that would have been right after the war. 52, not 62, both Central and Pacific, so both leagues, 14 teams total. That's awesome. You and Steve Tate doing a lot of homebrews for Action PC. Pitch to Castleman. There is a ground ball to third. Freeze has it over to Long, and Castleman is retired. And Nelly King is giving up 2 home runs, 2 out here in the 7th for Gale Harris. Who's 0 for 2. Into center, Del Greco will make the catch, and that'll do. However, 2 solo home runs, 1 from Willie Mays, 1 from Dusty Rhodes, and after 7 here at the Polo Grounds, the Giants 2, the Pirates 1. For King, I bet that's a pinch hitter. Clemente and Grote to face a tiring Ruben Gomez here in the 8th. Chuck Connors played for both. Now I need a Ric Flair to right field. Who was it? It was a Randy Savage, right? Was he the one that was the hot prospect, played for the Cardinals and the Reds organizations? You see the fake baseball card pop up every once in a while. Bob Skinner will pinch hit. No relation to Seymour. Hit 202 in real life. 5 homers and 29 RBI. The lefty is just 25 years old. Gomez pitch, and Skinner draws the walk. He was in the Cardinals minor league system, but his shoulder blew out and he pivoted to the ring. I'm sure he was a lot better and entertained a lot more people as a big-time wrestler, like my friend Lobsterman Costa, as opposed to being pretty much essentially a 4A player. Gomez, 27 batters, 107 pitches, 7+ innings, 3 hits, the home run to Thomas. He's walked 3 and struck out 3. Clemente 1 for 3 with a single. Into right, Miller down in the corner. That ball has got some hook to it, and that ball is foul. A long, loud strike. So a 1-2 count. Remember, cover your ears, Scotty. Clemente was in the Dodgers organization. And I don't know if they sold him to Pittsburgh or what. Can you imagine that? Of course, the Dodgers had Carl Furillo, who had the walk-off hit when we were with you on Monday. But having Roberto Clemente and Sandy Koufax on the same team. Pitch to Clemente. Struck him out. That's 4 for Gomez. A 1-2 off-speed pitch at the knees. 1 out for Grote, who was 1 for 3 with a single. Chuck Connors was the first guy to bring a backboard in the NBA. Clemente was a Rule 5 pick. Can't say that didn't work, right? Grote past Spencer into right field. And now you got to think about a double switch. Because I think Gomez is toast. Dale Long is 0 for 3. So the Giants will go to the pen. It'll be, can't really do, can I do Wilhelm? They won't double switch. They will go to Hoyt Wilhelm because with 1 out, you don't want him to go much longer than that anyway because he pitched yesterday. He went inning and 2/3 in the opener, 34 years old. a knuckler. He does throw a fastball at 87. 4-9 in real life with a 3.83 ERA. In that game against the Pirates yesterday, he threw 27 pitches, allowed a hit and a walk. In real life, 89 in the third innings, 97 hits, 7 homers. He walked 43 and struck out 71. Oh, yeah, that kind of goes without saying, Andrew, that Clemente would have been the best Rule 5 pick ever. Long, and that's into right center field for a hit. Miller will pick it up. Skinner, a long run, look around third, but he goes back. So the bases are full of buccos. Skinner on third, Grote on second, Long on first for Frank Thomas, who already has a home run in this game, and that came in the fourth. So Wilhelm will try and knuckle one through. Thomas up the middle. Dark snares it. They'll play for 2. Spencer for 1. Harris for 2, and they turn it. So the Pirates threaten, but they do not score. And after 7.5, Jack McMahon coming in to pitch. Where's Matt when I need him? Giants 2, Pirates 1. McMahon, again, in a batting helmet as a pitcher. 24 years old. Fastball at 91. And a ground ball extreme pitcher. Did not have a record, but his ERA is 6.08. He went 11 times for the Pirates in 56, 13 in the third innings, 18 hits, 9 runs, all earned. A home run, he walked 9 and struck out 9. Matt is here, ha ha! So the H would be silent. McMahon. His son became a video game in 1979. Westrom, Wilhelm, pitcher spot. Miller or Mueller? Westrom is 0 for 2. McMahon coming in. Giants 2, Pirates 1 here in the 8th. That is into left field, and that one was gobbled up. Westrom a long turnaround first before headed back. So just the 5th hit for the Giants. Wilhelm's day is done. Who can hit a lefty? Going to do some reverse splits here. In fact, both of the right-handed hitters for the Giants are catchers. So Whitey Lockman, who pinch hit yesterday, 0 for 1. Overall, 272, a home run and 10 RBI. Giants looking for an insurance run here in the 8th. It'll be Kravitz, Freese, and Del Greco in the 9th for Pittsburgh. Lockman up the middle. O'Brien has it. Grote for 1, Long for 2. How about that? What a play by O'Brien to turn a 4-6-3 double play. Mueller. Okay. I think, the first one to pronounce it Miller would have been Bill Miller. So Mueller. I had that one right. Speaking of which, here's Don. Don 0 for 3 today. Here's a great scene in the movie 9 to 5 when they send the executive secretary out for, if you've seen the movie, and it's 45 years old, so a spoiler alert, it was 45 years ago. So they send her overseas to get her out of the office. And so there's a great scene where she's on the plane and she's doing a Berlitz course, which was how you learned other languages before Duolingo. And she's pronouncing other words. And so as I was trying to get through Valdivisolo yesterday, that's all I could think of was her on the plane saying whatever it was in German or Japanese that she was trying to say. Be one of those years. Mueller is 0 for 3, as we said. Nobody on, 2 out here in the 8th. That is a ground ball to Grote. Dick has it over to Long, and that will do it for the Giants. Giants threaten but do not score. We go to the 9th here. It is the Giants 2, the Pirates 1. And again, not really anyone you'd want to immediately double switch for. It'll be Marv Grissom, who will get the chance to quote-unquote save it. Grissom 1-1 in real life and a 1.56 ERA. That's pretty good. 43 games, 4 and 2 starts. Again, the saves in real life don't matter. Everything was retroactive. 80 and 2/3, 71 hits, 15 runs. Oh, McMahon, okay. 15 runs, 14 earned, 3 home runs, 16 walks, and 49 strikeouts. And the league hit 238 against him. 38 years old. Marv has a fastball at 81. And a ground ball pitcher. Kravitz 0 for 2 with a walk. Chai Rodriguez. There you go, Andrew. When it comes to cheap beer, Ham's GGG says is probably the best. I can still remember the Ham's beer commercials during Twins games. I sang them earlier. In the land of sky blue waters. Getting back to Hoyt Wilhelm, I doubt very much he ever threw a ball at 87 unless he had a 100-mile-an-hour wind behind him. That's true, although you got to figure, yeah, 87 would be hard for the era. And if you're throwing that, you're not throwing cheese. 81 would be batting practice today. So Kravitz, I'm assuming that's Freeze, Mr. Rockwood. Wilhelm hit a home run in his first at-bat. Pitch to Kravitz, and there is a ground ball to Spencer. Pirates need 1 to tie and 2 to go ahead, and they're down to 2 outs. So here's Gene Freeze. Gene, 0 for 2 today. He has walked and struck out. Never hit another. That's wild. So Grissom. And Preston Ward will pinch it. Ward pinch hit yesterday, 0 for 1. Overall, 333, a home run, and 11 RBIs. Amps the beer refreshing. Had a cartoon bear as its mascot. There's a great ad because they sponsored the Cubs games on WGN. I'll say that for tomorrow. Freeze is correct. See, once in a while, Matt, I get it right. Pitch to Ward. That's up the middle past Spencer, and the tying run is on. Any relation to the World Series hero David? Bobby Del Greco is 0 for 3. I can't imagine the Pirates have a lot of pinch hitters left. He stays in the game and strikes out. Grissom got him on a 2-2. So last chance saloon, speaking of hams. Actually in New York, it would be Rheingold. Johnny O'Brien, 0 for 3. Triple G brews his own beer. Your dad just wrinkles his nose and says nothing beats a good cold hams. I want royalties, okay? So last chance saloon for the Pirates. Ward on first. How about an old style? That kind of got blown out of the water when Harry Carey moved over to the north side. And Kurt Roberts will pinch hit. Roberts, 177 in real life and 4 RBI. When Harry moved over from the White Sox to the Cubs, did the Bud ads on WGN. I'm a Cub fan and a Bud man. Pitch to Roberts, and he walks. And that must have been interesting because it was Augie Busch who fired Harry Carey from his job in St. Louis. So Ward is on second, and Roberts on first, and McMahon will get pinch hit for, if they have anybody. Lee Walls. That one I can pronounce. Walls 274, 11 triples, 11 homers, and 54 RBI. And I think, just judging from that facade in that picture, that this picture was not only a Topps baseball card, but taken right here in this part. So Ward the tying run, Roberts the go-ahead run, Grissom from the stretch. That is into left center field. Rhodes will pick it up, and Ward will tie the ball game on a single. So a little two-out magic for the Pirates here, and it's a 2-2 game. Dark, Mays, and Rhodes to bat in the ninth. Here's Clemente, 1 for 4. He has singled and struck out. So Roberts the go-ahead run in second, and Walls on first. Rainier and Olympia were the big beers out on the west. I had an uncle that lived out in Wyoming for a long time, and one of the times he came east, he brought some Olympia. We got talking mad about Eddie and Johnny the twins. Clemente, 1 for 4 today, 2 for 8 on the year. Grissom deals, and there's a line drive, first base side. I think that's going to hook foul. And somebody from Fort Lee made that catch, and it's no 2 count. So Grissom has blown the save. All right, you're welcome, Oriole Patrick. Glad to have you back. The pitch. Got him. However, the Pirates tie the ball game. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Cardiac time at the Polo Grounds. 2-2. Red Swanson on the mound. Red is 20 years old. The Giants are going to have Swanson as a TV dinner. He throws a fastball at 89, is a ground ball pitcher, and those numbers are some kind of horrible. He had no record in 56, an earned run average of 10.03 in 9 games. He went 11 2/3 innings. I mean, Willie Mays is sitting there drooling in the on-deck circle. 11 2/3 for Swanson, 21 hits, 13 runs, all earned. A home run, he walked 8 and struck out 5. The National League hit .429 off him. So Dark 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Triple G says, I do remember seeing my dad with an Olympia beer as a kid in the 70s. Pitch to Dark. There is a ground ball to Swanson over to long for 1 out. I'm old enough to remember when Coors was a regional beer. I saw it when I lived out west. And then when we moved back to east, they kind of followed us. Willie Mays has a 10% chance of ending this game right here, right now. He is 1 for 3 today. He homered to left center in the 7th. Him and Rhodes went back-to-back. So Swanson on this 69-degree day in Manhattan, with the winds blowing out to left at 9, is sweating bullets. Mays is out there swinging a table leg. That's up the middle, and that is a base hit. Now, Mays led the National League in stolen bases. He stole 41. Dusty Rhodes homered in his last at-bat. 1 for 3 today with a strikeout. Matt says, in 1967, the Buccos had a pitcher by the name of Whammy Douglas. And you got to think that Clemente and Stargell are going in the dugout. No whammies, big bucks, right? Not a great name for a pitcher at all. So Mays on first. Let's see what Swanson does here. They throw it along, and Mays is tattooed to the bag, and now we're going to steal him. No whammy. Oh, 57. Okay. Well, Clemente's saying that. So Mays will go here. The winning run is Willie Mays. And Rhodes, hopefully the piston that drives the engine. If you're a Giant fan, Throw down to Grote, and Mays has it stolen. His different era, his 40 was the real-life lead in the major leagues. So the winning run is in scoring position and a one-strike count to Rhodes. You're going to walk him? Nope. In the left, Thomas coming in. Frank will make the catch, and Mays goes back to second. So 2 out for Darrell Spencer, who is 1 for 3. Darrell is singled. Grissom would pitch the 10th if we need to. Dick Grote, Dale Long, and Frank Thomas for the Pirates if we need it. Swanson deals. Spencer into right center, and this ball game will be over. Mays does not stop. You're going to run on Clemente's arm. It is cut off by Roberts, and the Giants have won the ball game. How about that? So red, that matches the color of his face. The Giants have won this by the score of 3-2. So 2 hours and 46 fake minutes. That was a good one. We've had 3 good ones so far. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Giants. They only left on 2. Imagine that. Pirates 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left on 8. Marv Grissom gets the win and a blown save. 1 inning. He's going, what the heck is that? 2 hits. A run it was earned, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. We're going to give Mays the Digital Dice MVP. He did score 2 of the 3 runs. Ruben Gomez, 7 1/3, 4 hits, a run it was earned, the home run from Mays. The home run from Thomas. He walked 3 and struck out 4. Littlefield just didn't have the pitch count. 5 innings, 1 hit, and 6 strikeouts. Nellie King wasn't a king. 2 innings, 3 hits, the 2 home runs. Mays and Rhodes back-to-back in the 7th. And then the bullpen just kind of, Swanson took the loss. A run and on the 2 hits. And let's see, McMahon had plus stuff, but he came up in the order. So both teams go to 1-1 on the year. The other 3 games on the calendar this Wednesday, April 18th, 1956, the Red Sox have taken the Orioles behind the woodshed again. They won the opener 14-6 and win this one 9-2. Baltimore walked 13. Porterfield gets the win, Moore the loss, and Jackie Jensen 2 for 3, 2 RBI, and a double. The Dodgers go to 2-0. They beat the Phillies 8-6. Carl Erskine gets the win. Murray Dixon takes the loss. Lopata 3 for 4, 2 solo home runs for the Phillies. The Senators, or Nationals, if you will, are 2-0. Break them up. They beat the Yankees 12-5, despite 10 walks. They had 16 hits. Roy Sievers, 3 hits, a home run, and 5 RBI. Weisler gets the win. Johnny Cux takes the loss. No Whitey Ford. And so that's that for that. So the Red Sox and the Senators are in first in the American League. So that'll do it. Tomorrow, we'll have for you the Reds and the Cubs live and direct from Wrigley Field. And until then, I'm Ron Chuckett. Thank you so much for playing. What's a skip? So much for watching. We will talk to you. Well, we're doing a digital dice tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow for the Reds and the Cubs. So long, everybody.